Hi, this is Lori Ann Ricker from My Health Spin. Today is National Insurance Day, so we wanted to talk a little bit about insurance. And specifically, we wanted to talk about how you might get insurance if you were working from home, as many people do. Um, you know, First and foremost, the best place to get insurance is from your employer. So and you're required actually to get insurance from your employer before you look at some other options. So if you're working for somebody but working from home, you want to check and see if insurance through your employer is an option. If that's not an option, the second option would be to look at your spouse's employer. Do they have an ability to pay extra and get you coverage or your children coverage? That would be the next place to look. The next idea would be, consider what your income level is. Every state governs their own Medicaid program, but in lots of different instances, you may qualify for your state Medicaid program. And so you want to look into that and see if that's possible. As always, if you're over 65, you want to look at the Medicare program because that's by far your best option if you're over 65. Obviously, there's some other ways in which you can get Medicare if you have a disability or those kinds of things. The last option would be to go to the health exchanges from Obamacare. And that's probably most people's option when they work from home and they freelance or they're consultants, so they don't have one specific employer. And so you want to go to the health exchange. You just go to the government website, put in your information, and it will show in your state what is available to you for your income level and your needs. Now, we have actually a very detailed video on this, a separate one on YouTube. You should look it up if you're going to use healthcare.gov because it walks you through specifically how to pick a plan. And there's lots of things you want to think about when you're picking a plan. And the one thing that I would really caution you about is don't just go for the cheapest plan. I know you have a temptation to do that, and everybody's looking to save money, especially you're working from home or you're a consultant. Your funds are going to kind of go up and down, as mine do as a small business owner. But you want to actually look at what the coverage is because you can get a cheaper premium per month and actually end up spending more because it has a higher deductible or it doesn't cover the doctors that you need it to cover. It's every doctor you currently see or need to see is out of network, so it's more expensive. So make sure you look at the details of it. There are what they call healthcare navigators that you can just Google and find in your location, and they can help you pick the best plan for you. And I always suggest that you use those healthcare navigators because they're obviously much more versed in insurance. So I hope that gives you some tips for today, National Insurance Day. I wish you all the best. If you enjoyed this, we'd love to hear from you. Put a comment on Facebook. Obviously, we have a blog we'd love for you to sign up for. We're also on Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram. And, if any of those interest you, we'd love you to like our page. We wish you a wonderful day and always hoping that you can spin your healthcare your way.